Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's podcast, Controllers and Katanas. We are excited to share the new animes we've been watching and also the TV shows. I am Martin, aka Martin Cool, here with Ian, aka Relic. So we're going to kick it off first with Super Sky Squad. I'm going to ask Ian to kick this off. So do it.
Episode 6. It's taken 6 episodes to feel like it's a superhero TV show, in my opinion. So this episode basically starts off exactly how I've expected something like this to start. It had a very good opening. They got Deadshot, Peacemaker, Clayface working as a pretty good team. They can't, obviously they're versing loads of elves and stuff, all basically being controlled by a villain. 2 villains, realistically, they're against. Obviously, you see it at the end of the last episode, and we've got Brainiac and the Enchantress. And yeah, it was just cool to see them both. Cool to see other villains. We've had Killer Croc in this episode. Also, for some reason, in the start of this episode, Flag looked like a butch woman. Like, I don't know why. He just seemed to be drawn different in this one, I feel like. I don't know what it was all about, but...
You got a new artist in, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is, mate. But basically, they're trying to obviously stop Brainiac and Enchantress. Brainiac, obviously, for those who don't know him in the comics, he's just a little nut with a massive head, mate. He's dead intelligent, and he can basically, like, telepathy, I think it is, isn't it? Where you can, like, move things with your mind. A bit like Charles Xavier, isn't it?
Well.
Oh, yeah. He's just brains too big for his head as well, isn't it? Like...
It's like Megamind, isn't it?
Literally Megamind, mate. He's just Megamind.
His head's about to fall off, mate.
But obviously he'll also, like everyone else, has probably got enhanced powers in the Isekai. So yeah, one of the things I did like about this is Enchantress. So she's a fairly newish villain, really, in terms of the DC world. I don't know much about her, but although she's a villain, and she was obviously seemingly protecting Brainiac and against, obviously, our Suicide Squad guys, obviously Harley and everyone. She seemed to have been almost protecting them at the same time, which I thought was an interesting dynamic to add to it, obviously, because she's not with them now. She's not like she stayed with them or anything like that. So, yeah, it's second half of this is just them chatting shit and deciding where to go, basically. So the first half was like really good. It was like a proper Suicide Squad hero thing. And then the second half was just a random, just chit chat second half, basically, wasn't it?
You missed the most important bit where the main orc beanstalk gets then chopped off. I was like, no.
Been done in, hasn't he? Been done in. Top bloke as well.
This obviously makes Harley Quinn angry because obviously they made this friendship together. And she starts running, doesn't she, with a big frying pan she's got in there.
World's largest frying pan.
That's like me on PUBG. That's what I do. Run with a frying pan. It's like whacking.
Basically a wok now, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
It's like they'll just nick the wok from the Chinese takeaway, aren't she?
Yeah. For me, the best part of this episode is when Killer Croc comes into it. Cause,
it's so sick. Him and King Shark, yeah.
King Shark gets knocked to the water, and then Killer Croc comes and starts fighting him. And obviously batters him because Killer Croc's sick.
Powerful, man. Powerful.
It just reminded me of that game, Batman. Did you ever play it? The Arkham Asylum game.
Arkham Asylum, yeah.
Where you do fight Killer Croc in it. It's such a good boss.
Them games are so good. Even they've aged so well as well. Them games have, you know.
You know what? I've only played the first one.
Yeah, they're so good. There's a lot of them on. I don't know if they still are, but there was a lot of them on the Xbox Game Pass. And I had them all downloaded for a bit.
I think Origins has got Deathstroke in as well, which intrigues me even more. Deathstroke's sick.
I love him, mate. Mate, when I get a 3D printer, I swear to God, first costume I make, mate, I'm getting Deathstroke helmet straight away, mate. I am.
You coming into work with it?
100%. Full Deathstroke armor, mate, and everything. But yeah, it was an alright episode. It was one of the better ones of the as obviously the season so far, I thought, because a lot of them have been very, very Isekai-y, but obviously I feel like the Isekai part of it is just a bit of a it's just a bit of a novelty in it, really.
You kind of sting glitch, and that's what I started. So it might have been messed up a little bit, but
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, man. We've got some technical issues. We had some last week as well. But I did a speed test, mate. And my internet, I'm upstairs. I'm as far away from the router as I can possibly get, to be honest with you. But I've got 3 bar signal, and I've got 784 meg download and 102 meg upload. So I don't know what's happening. I'm blaming Discord personally.
yeah, what it is, like on my screen, you just like kind of stop talking, and then I start talking, and like it suddenly like flicked to you talking. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh you stopped talking on mine, innit?
But someone's ciphering your internet, mate. That's what it is.
I reckon we're getting DDoSed, mate.
Neighbours are like enjoying your internet, bro.
DDoSing me, aren't they? They bet they're watching some rude things on here, mate.
Downloading like millions of films on your internet.
Yeah, but the first half of this really reminded me of like a DC animated series, and it made me so happy for the first half because I used to love Young Justice and things like that. Such good animated shows. Most of the Batman animated series and stuff like that, they're so good. I mean, Under the Red Hood, I think that came out 2010, like 14 years ago. That's what with Jason Eccles voices Red Hood in it. But that's animated so good, mate. Like DC, they're phenomenal when it comes to animated series. So yeah, I just hope we get more of that ongoing now for the remainder of this season.
I think I saw something on Facebook. I don't know if it's true or it's just Facebook lies, but apparently Jason Eccles is going to be played Ghost Rider.
All right. I saw a couple of things. I think he was campaigning. Yeah. I think he wanted to actually be Batman for a bit, but I don't. Yeah. As you say, you don't know how true things are on the internet anymore. You can easily just lie about stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to just doctor stuff and just make up false rumors and things like that into it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But like I was saying earlier, when the glitch kicked off, I love the bit where Killer Shark's like proper depressed because Killer Croc is there just smashing him up and batting him. Like really present.
King Shark's dead sad, isn't he?
Yeah, so it's a decent episode. Like say from here on out, how many episodes we've got left? Is it like 4 more episodes?
I think there's maybe 4, 4 or 5.
Yeah. So maybe full of action, and then we get.
Yeah, I just like the introduction of the other villains as well. Just seeing like other people from the comics and things is just obviously for someone that reads the comics or has read the comics. I don't so much anymore, but obviously I'm aware of a lot of these characters, and it is quite nostalgic for me when you see them, and it's nice to see some of them brought to light, obviously in different mediums. So yeah, I hope we do get some more of that.
With me, like obviously I grew up like looking at Marvel stuff, like reading the comics stuff, and for DC, obviously I know Batman, Superman, all the usual ones. I know some of Suicide Squad, but when other characters get brought into it, I'm just like, I think that's pretty cool. Like Katana and people like that. So
when you start learning about it, just Google them. What are they up to? And you're like, what? This is sick.
Well, yeah, Katana, obviously Japanese samurai
legend.
It instantly piqued my interest. So
yeah. Speaking of samurais,
should we do it? I've not got many notes for this next one, but
Elusive Samurai. I haven't. We're just quick firing through it. We're trying to, as people know, have been watching us for a while. Sometimes we think we go a bit too deep into stuff and go by a bit of a step by step. So we're trying a new tactic to try and make it obviously probably a little bit more easier for people to follow, or give them more of a review as opposed to a breakdown. So it's more like our opinions of stuff as opposed to what actually happened in the episodes. So
yeah, we don't want to tell you everything happens in the episode. We want you to enjoy it yourself.
Yeah, we just want to give you our thoughts of it, what our positives are, what our negatives are, and yeah, just some of the little bits. Obviously, we'll talk about a few bits as well, like Elusive Samurai. The first part that I've put down for was the priest guy setting those traps was genius, mate. Like him setting those traps was like the best thing he could have done. Just keeps catching Tokiyuki, mate, in the holes, doesn't he? Then his daughter keeps telling him off for digging holes in the road.
I think this whole episode is they're just trying to find a way to for Tokiyuki to find a purpose, to be motivated, and to strive for his goal of taking back his town, Kamakura, his home, his city, and killing the traitor in it. And obviously, we find out that Tokiyuki hasn't been taught about goals and responsibilities because his dad was a drip. And
he's been raised to just be a puppet shogun, hasn't he? He's essentially just there to be the face. He's been being raised almost to just not have an opinion because it's not up to him. He's just there, and
that's why he's obviously fleeing all the time, fleeing away from his problems, fleeing away from training. And the best bit in it, I think we were talking about it at work earlier. So it's Yuri, isn't it, the Shinto priest?
Yeah. Legend,
That's
mate.
for sure, for sure.
Proper dodgy.
So he says this is what you need to do. You need to get some good people around you, retainers, build up a strong army, and then also to be nice to people as well. So it's kind of like emotional, motivating moment. And to celebrate this, he marks this occasion by he throws a sword, his katana, throws it at the moon over a forest, and it lands in a dog's arse, doesn't it?
I've got
It just
to be.
spins around and there's some
To
dog's
be
arse.
fair, there was some proper. This episode was like obviously the first half of the very first episode throws you off because you think, oh, this is like going to be like a bit of a comedic, quite funny show, and then it goes dark, and then the last episode, as we all know, who's seen it, pretty dark episode. This episode's been a lot more light-hearted, a lot more easy to watch, but there's been little flickers of that darkness. But like Tokiyuki, mate, he needs to grow up, pal. He does. Where's he trying to run off to, mate? Where's he going to go? He keeps trying to run off like you've basically got an army out for your head, and he's just trying to run away from the only people you can trust. Proper kiddo behaviour, that, mate. But then there was another little scene where it's like there's little cuts when like the thunder hit, and then it changed for a second, and it was just Tokiyuki stood there, and there's just loads of bodies around him, and it was just like one of the things like it's a light-hearted episode, and all of a sudden you get like a second of just like this like really powerful like scene where you're like the dark, it's just dark like animation. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, you get into like a light-hearted enemy, like, yeah, this is good, this, and then suddenly, boom.
like
brings you back.
Like Yori, who's like, right, I want to show you something, and they go to that mountain cliff, like the top of that cliff, and he's got a fucking army, and then you think, oh, this is like sick, this is, and everyone's like, cheering in that, and then it ends, and he goes, right, you can all go home now. And everyone's like, oh, right, okay. Like, you think this is like such a motivational scene, and then he's just like, yeah, see you in a bit then, everyone. That was it. Thank you.
Yeah, then we have this bit like towards the end of the episode, second half. Tokyo, he also gets reintroduced to his retainers, with the boy, Kojiro, isn't it? And then we have the girl, the young girl, which is Aya, who's like good with spears and stuff. But
yeah, they're like glaive things.
Yeah, they try and bond, and they go like hunting, don't they, together? They decide to go hunting. Some of the stupid ideas come up, but hunting's the main one. Anyway, Tokiyuki like shoots an arrow at a rabbit, it runs off because he's not really good at shooting. Then Kojiro like kind of clears the way, doesn't he? Clears the foliage. He goes, "Oh, I'll have another go." But then it's Aya, the bit with Aya, she like throws like a boulder. Like throws a boulder at the rabbit. Just like a massive robber.
What are you gonna do with that? That's not hunting to eat. That's just murder. Like you're literally just killing it because you can't eat it after that.
Yeah, there's just like squash on it, like a pancake.
Just squash, guts and bone shatter everywhere. You can't eat it after that. But there was one part where oh, mate, Yori, every time he turns his shine off with his hat, mate, it gets me every time, you know. Like it's a lampshade on his head. Yeah. But there's one part that proper made me laugh so bad. He's like, he turns it into Goku. Like on one of the bits, he gets like Goku's ear and he starts doing the spirit bomb with his shine, mate. It's fucking dead funny. It's proper stupid, but it just made me laugh so bad. But it actually turns out he's actually got some quite impressive abilities, hasn't he? But he's like an absolute moron. But it comes through.
It's like a god, isn't it?
Yeah, like
a god.
He does come through when it counts. Like when he manages to get Toriyuki to start taking his training seriously.
Yeah.
And then just immediately falls into one of his own traps. Like it's like again, there's like this moment where you think, oh, do you know what? Yeah, like this is like a really motivational moment, and then all of a sudden it's just hit with comedy straight away. You're just like, what an idiot! But it's only his character. Like it's proper good.
We have this bit as well, don't we? Where this the demon ox wild boar looking thing like approaches. Yeah. And then this is a good opportunity for like Tokiyuki and his retainers to like team up and show them what they can do. So Tokiyuki dodges, keeps the boar distracted. The retainers set a trap, and they end up like lowering this beast off a cliff onto a spike.
Yeah,
he's dead.
R.I.P. That was the goriest part of the episode, really.
Yeah, but then they have this like relaxing the hot springs, and then they go back to where the creature is, and that Yori's like at it all, isn't he? He's on the floor, like belly's like massive, and there's like bones over. When I saw that, I was just laughing my head off. I love that bit.
He literally just ate the entire thing, bro.
Like, I didn't leave any for the kids. Just like, oh, I'll have it all myself. Fucking madness. But yeah, it was a decent episode. There's bits like it keeps you intrigued and
Yeah.
makes you laugh and stuff. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good suggestion by yourself.
Yeah, it's an easy watch, like especially this season, obviously of anime where there's not that much going off in terms of like various anime. Sorry, there's it's just a nice and easy watch to keep updated with something new and something different. So yeah, it is. If you're not watching it, I recommend you at least give it a try. They're starting to dub it now as well. I think there may be 2 episodes dubbed if you're into that. But yeah, we're a little bit behind, I must admit. I think they're on episode like 7 now.
Yeah.
Or 6, maybe, I don't know. We're about 2 or 3 episodes behind anyway, but yeah, it's enjoyable though. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, we are hitting anime hard, aren't we? We've got loads of stuff we're watching at the moment.
Oh yeah, mate. Obviously, we're watching stuff as well. We're not even talking about like obviously behind the scenes, just for casual watching. But
Jujutsu Kaisen currently.
yeah, Martin's still smashing JJK. You're watching Sopranos as well, aren't you? Which I know it's not anime, but you're watching something different as well.
I'm watching loads of stuff behind the scenes. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, I'm catching up with Cobra Kai because that's something we're going to be talking about next week. The new season of Cobra Kai, we're going to be watching that and talking about that. So I've got the last season to watch. I've only got 5 episodes, so I'll be up to date by next week. Easy.
Yeah.
But one of my favourite things at the moment, mate, it's a year old, I know it is. And we are old, outdated talking about this, mate. But Blue Lock, bro, is so good, mate. It's so good.
I mean, that's why I come into like the office where you work, and I'm just like, Blue Lock is sick.
Blue Lock's
like,
sick, mate.
Obviously, we're watching 3 episodes a week, obviously for the podcast, and obviously we've got to like hold back. But every time I finish 3 episodes, I'm like, oh, I need to watch some more.
I think realistically, if we weren't talking about 3 episodes a week for the podcast, I'd have finished this within 2 days, mate. I genuinely, honestly think I'd have finished it within 2 days, easy. Like, I'd have smashed it. I'd have been up till 3 a.m, mate, watching it, 100%.
It's like being in the saga all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, mate. Oh, don't get me started on that, mate. Tears will be shed.
Let me catch up and then we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, so the first thing is, obviously they're back at their facility at this point, and there's obviously you've got Isagi, Boro, and Nagi. Also, just to say, Nagi, number 1, mate. Best character in it, by far. But Boro's like, he's definitely got OCD, mate. He has. He's 100% got bad OCD, auntie. Like, he's tidying everything up. They're all scrapping over that single bed. But what made me laugh is Isagi, imagine him as a maid, in like that maid outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just like a very organised individual, even though he's an absolute psychopath. But yeah.
Like, very regimented, isn't he?
Yeah,
like,
very, very. You see that as well with his training. He's very regimented with his training. He's like, come on, mate, you've been training for like ages now. Like, are you gonna come and do some drills with us? Like, no, I've got another 40 minutes of this. And Ichiki's like, fucking hell, like, well, I may as well join you then. And Nagi just feels obliged to join in as well. He's like, oh, I guess I'll have to do it as well then, won't I?
But yeah, I do like the bit where it says about the 40 minutes. Like Izugi's like, that's like a episode of like a TV show.
Yeah.
And then like Nagi's like, that's 2 episodes of anime.
That's nearly 2 episodes of anime.
Yeah. I thought that's sick. Yeah.
But
Baru, guys, is a knob, isn't he, basically?
He is a knobhead.
Yeah.
He's an absolute twat, to be fair. But when he unlocks, mate, in episode 18 or whatever it is, mate, new respect. But mate, those Japanese football union advisors absolutely don't have a clue, mate. And I'm positive, right? I'm going to make a clip of this and I'll put it on as a short because this, I couldn't believe what I was seeing on this, mate. And I'm positive this is what happened. One of them literally picked his nose, mate. He had a little thing and he flicked the bogey off his finger, mate. He literally had a bogey on his finger. I watched him flick it off his finger, mate. They animated him flicking a bogey off his finger.
I do remember him picking nose. I can't remember the bogey flick.
I rewinded it just to make sure he was picking his nose. And then he had like a little white bit on his finger and then he flicked it. I was like, has he actually just flicked his bogey? Like, that's a mad thing. Like, it's such a weird little detail to animate. It's a man just picking his nose and flicking a bogey. But yeah,
they ain't got a clue, then, people.
No, they ain't got a clue about anything. They're just Yeah, the ego basically just called them fossils, mate. He's completely and utterly understood why they're rubbish, mate. Like, he's like, look, this is the reason that Japan's rubbish internationally. Like, you lot ain't got a clue. All you want is like celebrities. You don't actually want to win anything, which is it's warranted, isn't it?
I mean, it says about the celebrities, like what they do, they get celebrity and everyone loves them, and then they'll go abroad and then just like not get used, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's why obviously Japan hasn't got this strong team.
But mate, Isagi as well has been proper done over in this episode, hasn't he? Barrow's robbed the single. Nagi's just got on top bunk without asking him. Like, he's like, no one even asked me if I want to go on top bunk or not. Like, I've got to go bottom bunk now. Like, he's fuming, isn't he? Barrow's just fast on in single bed, mate.
I like the bit where they're like kind of annoyed with Barrow, innit? And then they get in, they're like, yeah, but it's like he's like holding all our shirts up nicely and stuff like they're literally like all immaculate, they're like folding and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good though.
Yeah, they're like, I suppose we can't be mad. But I love it how, like, he's robbed the single bed. Nagi's just took it upon himself to nick the top bunk, and all the clothes are just folded on the bottom bunk. So, like, Isagi's got to move the clothes to get in bed. Proper set him up, haven't they? Oh, Raya as well, mate. He's fully lost it. He's a psycho, he is, mate. He's a nutter. He's 100% in love with Nagi. And it literally, he feels like his fella's broken up with him, doesn't he? Like, it's like a romantic relationship he's got with Nagi in his head. Nagi don't feel the same, does he? Do you know what I mean? It's not a mutual decision. So he feels like he's broken up with him, and he's like, he's proper upset about it.
Yeah, I think that Ria thinks he's like Nagi is like his pet, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I made you. It was my idea for us to play soccer. Yeah. Shut up, mate.
Football.
He's better than you, pal. What you on about? He's pretty good, Reyes, to be fair.
Well, we have a lot of part of this episode where Izzy's literally trying to bond with Boru, because Boru he's having none of it.
He's got his work cut out for him, hasn't he?
But yeah, he's got this version of football he plays, and he's not budging. Izzy's trying his best.
Yeah,
because he want to build this like chemical reaction within the team.
Yeah, he's just trying to be a captain and a playmaker type to roll into.
But like, it's like a hard nut to crack, isn't he? So
one of the parts that made me laugh in this, actually, you know, when they're in the shower, not that bathhouse, and Kurigami's in there with him, and it's like he meets Kurigami, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and then it cuts, and Kurigami goes, "Oh right, so long story short, you lost to Rin, but beat Borrow, and now you're here." Like, instead of him just saying it. I was like, that's one way of doing it, instead of doing like a flashback or anything, just doing that. That's one way to get around it, isn't it? But Chigiri and Kurigami, though, I love both of them, mate. They're so good, aren't they? Proper legends, pair of them are. But
yeah, I think throughout these 3 episodes, like Chigiri, mate. I think he, like, for me, like, they were both on the same level, but then like Chigiri, like, through the episodes, obviously we discuss it, but he kind of like rises above it from what he does. Oh, it's so good.
He starts learning, and his ability just gets a little bit better and better, doesn't he, when they start when stuff starts happening. But Borrow as well, it solidified in my head that he has OCD. When he was kicking off, like, have you washed down before you got in this bath? You best to wash down in the shower before you go to the bath. Whose towel's that? Whose dirty towel is in that bath right now? Get it out of the bath now. It's just kicking off, isn't it?
And it falls out with Nagi, because Nagi is like, just like relaxing in. Like,
yeah, Nagi's just on his back. He's like, what are you doing, you chump? It's not a swimming pool. He's like, well, you teach me a new way then to bath then, and I'll do it, mate. But otherwise, I'm doing what I'm doing now. But yeah, Rayo's just a little crybaby loser, isn't he, mate?
Yeah, I mean, he was all right originally, but now he's obviously gone into this. He's got this vendetta against Izzy, hasn't he? And he wants to, like, kind of destroy
he's gone into his villain arc, hasn't he, mate?
Yeah.
But obviously, we predicted last week as well that Chigiri and Kurigami's team will verse Izugi's team, and that's exactly what's happened. Rayo literally just hates Izagi, and it's just proper jealous, mate. Proper jealous boyfriend, isn't he? That's all he is. But this was more of like a team building episode. Bit of a slow one to normal, not a bad episode at all. Some really funny bits in it. Obviously, we see a bit more of the characters, and it's just, like I say, it's just a bit more of a slower sort of like, not a filler episode, but like, it's more of like a behind the scenes type episode, isn't it? Like what happens when they're not playing football and things like that. So it was a good change, to be fair. I did actually enjoy it. And at the end where Chigiri scores and Naginisi like, that's it, mate. I'm fired up now. That's it. And they both have the smoke around them and in their eyes.
Yeah. I mean business.
I literally watched all 3 of these episodes back to back, mate, because I ended like that. And I was like, well, watch another one. Like, I've literally got to watch the next episode now. Like, I've got to.
I do like the start of the next episode, though, in episode 17, where Izzy, like I say, is fired up, he's ready to go. Then there's that cool animation where things slow down.
Yeah.
And he sees every person's vision on the field, where they're looking, where they're
looking, yeah, like the cone into it. It's like one of them old like top-down games where you're like trying to stealth through and it shows you where the guards are looking.
yeah. And then he like kind of sees like possibilities to goal. And it's like a sat nav, like arrows are going different directions. Like,
yeah, it's sick.
Oh, it's so good. There's so many bits of animation in these 3 episodes that I thought was really good. I'm going to highlight them all, obviously.
Yeah. Borrow's an absolute menace as well, mate, ain't it, Borrow? He literally, ball logging, no teamwork, doesn't listen. Absolute nightmare teammate he is, isn't he? Absolute nightmare teammate.
Like, throughout these 3 episodes, well, towards the end of episode 18, but all these 3 episodes, he is the worst player in this match.
By far, literally. He's just good at long shots. Kurigami's got him on lockdown. They can't do anything. They keep double teaming him because they know he's got a good shot, but he has got a good shot, but he's a predictable kind of guy. He's not got anything more. Like, he's not like everyone else is breaking through and rebuilding themselves. Like, obviously, like the puzzle piece thing. Everyone's breaking down their abilities, learning new abilities, overcoming what their potential already is. He's the only person that's not doing that. So he started off like high, but everyone else is just surpassing him, and he's stayed the same. So he's at a plateau, like obviously on these episodes. Like there's a visualization where Isagi's trying to figure out where to pass to, and he's looking at Borrow, and the trail's gone cold, and it's just bones and skulls and stuff. Mate, that's such a sick visualization that was. And then obviously it then turns to Nagi, and there's just all these like coloured like pathways. Yeah, there's just so many possibilities for him. So he's like, all right, all these routes are just lit up, and he's like, mate, this is it. It's Nagi. Nagi's the one. Nagi can create all this space. He can obviously because he's got such good ball control. Don't matter where he hits it, Nagi's likely going to get it. So and he's so sick. Nagi is.
I love him. Yeah, that Izzy as well. He's now got this ability to sense off-ball movements as well. So he's constantly evolving through his episodes.
Yeah, he's such a good playmaker.
He has no other choice but to pass to Nagi. But I love this bit as well with like because Nagi gets the ball, but Chicky is that fast approaching. And suddenly Nagi does that acrobatic move, doesn't he? And literally his first touch just knocks it past after goal and he scores.
He can't turn quick enough. But Barrow as well. Pass it to me, you donkey. Calling them donkeys all the time, isn't
he? He loves calling it Izzy donkey, doesn't he?
Also, mate, Blue Lock Man is a terrible keeper, isn't he? Let's be honest. Yeah, he's a terrible keeper, mate.
He came into it, didn't he? Like the first, is it the first selection?
First selection stage, where they got scored 100 goals. He was sick, mate.
This guy's sick, and then he's crap, and he just. But you're up against that big, big isn't it? So.
But Isagi's beast mode, mate, is crazy. Isn't he? Like he's just constantly adapting, constantly overcoming him. Obviously, his current ability and obviously his obstacles in front of him, i.e. different players and what their play styles are. And Isaki and Nagi are like the ultimate dream team, mate. They're like, if it was just them two, mate, all the time, they'd probably win it easy because the teamwork now that they're getting from obviously building, playing with each other. Both from calm and collected under pressure. You've got Barrow absolutely hating the fact that they're just ignoring him and leaving him out because they're not passing to him because there's no point because literally the only way that they can actually do anything is if they ignore him because he's not cooperating, he's being an awful teammate, he's just not a nice person, he's a proper knobhead. And I feel like he's hating it, but then he starts to learn a little from it on episode 17. And towards the end of that episode I think he's sort of questioning himself a little bit.
We have that
until the start of the next episode.
Yeah, we have that sick bit, don't we? Where like again, Izzy gets all them puzzle pieces, and he realizes like if Borrow's not going to do the job, he's going to devour his moves and dominate the field. So he becomes this new man. Oh, it's sick. This next movie does though. So basically, Borrow's like is useless. The opposition know Nagy is the only option that Izzy's going to pass to. So it's like mock him tightly, like 2-on-1. And then Izzy, instead of like passing the ball, he like runs forward, doesn't he? Makes his run. Obviously forces the player towards him, and then Izzy finds the pass through to Nagy. And obviously then Nagy gets like approached by two people, but then when all this commotion's kicking off, Izzy runs blindsides everyone, doesn't he? Yeah, and then obviously Nagy passing the ball and he scores. Such a good moment. Sick for play, mate. Izzy.
Yeah, great to see him like evolving again. It's like you say, he was bottom of the barrel when he first started, wasn't he? But he's just his ability to just he's just got high football IQ, hasn't he? That's all it is.
Yeah. I like the bit where he kind of taunts Barrow. It's like you've like brought darkness to the field, but now I'll become the light kind of thing. I was like, yeah. Sick, mate. That's it. Taunt Barrow is crap.
Barrow's a nerd, mate. Loser. But to be fair, mate, start of episode 18, him going for that goal from halfway, mate, is respected, to be fair. Like, you got to respect a halfway shot, haven't you? At least he's tried. But one of the things that proper, like, it got me this episode is Isagi's, like, swapped. It's like, Barrow has the ball on one part, and he's like, pass to me, donkey. Like, Isagi calls a Barrow donkey instead. Yeah. But, like, it intimidates him. He's like, what? Yeah. And he actually passes it to him, and he's like, Isagi's turned into an absolute demon, mate, isn't he? But, so, like, Isagi started treating him the way, obviously, he's been treated by Barrow. It's absolutely destroying Barrow, mate. He's obviously having a full-on existential crisis, isn't he, on the pitch, mate? Like, he thinks he's shit now, doesn't he?
I like the bit here as well, like, obviously, because he gets kind of intimidated to pass. Like, the rest of the team and everyone on the field are, like, gasping because they're like, what? The king has passed. What's going on?
Is that what?
He can pass. What's going on? Yes.
But yeah, this episode was, Isagi was obviously doing a bit, Nagy was doing a bit, but this was his time to shine. This was Barrow's episode, mate. Like, by the end of this episode, I still think he's a knobhead and he's a shit team player. And I wouldn't want him on my team, mate. He's good, but I wouldn't want him on my team. But, mate, his ignorance and his selfishness, it literally is his ability. Him evolving at the end of this episode and unlocking the most selfish ability ever and being able to just see routes to make it so he doesn't have to pass was actually sick, mate. The red lightning that was flowing around him as he was doing these routes was so good. It's so good, mate.
Yeah, we had that kind of a flashback to Barrow in this episode, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, like what his childhood was like. And
like, he's always been number one. Like, everyone's, like, the players around him have always, like, looked up to him, like, he's the lead, their support. And then he's just like, oh, I'm not bothered about you guys anymore. I'm going to focus fully on me. Sod the rest of them, like, I'm the main man, you know, kind of thing. And I love the bit, like you say, he goes like Super Saiyan, doesn't he? This villain ability he gets. But I just love that bit, you know, when, like, he's about to break into this, and you have all these, like,
people holding him back.
Pulling him back, like, and he, like, breaks through it. I was like, oh, sick animation that was.
It's just the way that they visually represent how people are feeling and abilities in this show are so good, mate. Like, they are so good.
Like with Chickadee in here, he's like chained to the floor, wasn't he? He's like leg.
Yeah.
He had that injury before.
Oh, I didn't mention, to be fair, where Chickadee's evolved as well, where he thinks himself like, Nagy finds out basically that every time the ball gets to him, he gets on the ball, he has to slow his acceleration down to control the ball before he can accelerate again. So Nagy was taking advantage of that. But Chickadee was like, what I'll do instead of controlling the ball, I'll just tap it on. And I'll just keep running top speed. Because no one can catch me because I've tapped the ball on, still running top speed. And I'll just run to the ball. Sick guy.
This bit with Barrow, where it literally just, like, flies through it just flies through, like you say.
Yeah, zigzagging, mate.
And it's the hardest shot I've ever seen in the whole of these 18 episodes.
Yeah.
That's the shot he scores, mate. I thought he was going to break the net, to be honest.
I literally, my notice, Barrow is king once more.
Yeah. I mean, I think he'll get better, like, as the episodes go on.
Yeah, so do I.
He's like, I've been a proper knobhead these last 3 episodes. Like, oh, man. Like, to a point where you get annoyed by it, like, come on, man. Sort your life out.
Yeah, like, and I've put a few notes down and a bit of a who I think they might pick.
Yeah,
So obviously in one of the earlier episodes they did mention picking Rayo because like, oh look, we'll get Rayo. Rayo knows Nagy, knows his thingy well. He's a decent all-round player, and we learned that from these last few episodes. He's a very good all-round player, but we don't know who they pick. I don't think we'll know until next episode. But Kurigami is too much like Barrow. I don't think they should pick him. I love him to bits, but he's literally the same play style. It's got to be Chigurh, mate. It's got to be him because his speed and the way he plays, Isiki can do Rayo's role easy. Isiki's he's got such a good awareness of the field and everything. He can do everything that Rayo can do. But they haven't got that character with that speed, and they could open up so many avenues by just having someone that can run that fast. It's got to be Chigurh, mate.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Chigurh. With Rio in these last 3 episodes, like, in this match, he wasn't the best player, was he? Well,
no, he's too. Player, I think he was too emotional. That's the problem.
Yeah, and he was just like kind of in the background, in the shadows.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't think they would pick him. It's got to be Chigurh, and
it's got to be. His
speed's ridiculous.
He's got a complete different play style to everyone else on the field.
And with Izugi's like passing.
Yeah, and we know him and Izugi already work well together anyway. Yeah. So it's got to be him, mate.
Imagine Nagy and Izugi. Sorry, Nagy and Chigurh just like running up at the front, flipping, isn't it? Ooh.
So sick, mate. So sick.
But yeah, great episode.
Yeah, very enjoyable. I think we've got 3. Next week will take us to episode 21.
Yeah, and it's 3 after that, isn't it?
And I think we've only got 2 weeks left of watching it. It's 24 episodes, yeah.
And then we'll have going to be created, isn't it? When we finished it.
And then we've got to wait. Then season 2 comes out in October, I think.
Have we got the Nagy film, though, haven't we?
We have got the Nagy film. To be fair,
I don't know if that's available yet.
Movie.
Is that on Crunchyroll?
You watch. You watch TV Doctor. Just checking it out. It's on there, mate. It's on somewhere. Blue Lock. What sick anime.
I can't find it on that.
I don't think it's about yet.
I've got one more source to have a look at. Nothing dodgy is happening here.
You know what, mate? I'm looking on Crunchyroll.
I've just looked at it. Yeah. I've got it.
We can get it, yeah.
It's on stream yet. No streams of it. To be fair though, it did get 8.9 out of 10.
Build on.
We'll get it.
Mate, it's a movie about Nagy. He's literally the best character, mate. It's bound to be a 10 out of 10. 100%, bro.
It's called Episode Nagy.
It's literally called Episode Nagy, mate. It literally is called Episode Nagy as well. I thought you was chatting shit. It actually is. But yeah, we'll when that's out, then we'll have to. Hopefully, it comes out between now and at least season 2, so we've got a little bit of something to tide us over. But great show. So good. Really did enjoy it. But in terms of non-anime, we've obviously been watching Those About to Snore, and we watched episode 3. And I've got a few notes on episode 3 if you want to talk about it.
Same. I've got a few.
My favourite part of the episode was the horses not dying. So some of the horses didn't die, which was a win. It's an absolute win in my opinion, because like animals are sick, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, the episode starts with obviously some of the horses are dying. Another horse goes to horsey heaven. Then the young Spaniard obviously is devastated because he grew up with the animals. He's been training and feeding them. And obviously, like you say, everyone hates animals dying in shows. Marley and Me, that film. Terrible. I remember when I was watching it in cinema, I felt something in my throat, when you see him limping. I was like, oh my goodness.
Tony Stark. R.I.P. mate.
Not quite a dog, but
don't matter, mate. Don't matter, mate. the same feeling, mate, isn't it? You loved him.
But I like
You
this.
loved him like he was your dog. Do you know what I mean? Like he was a pet.
I like this bit where it flips the gladiator training grounds. And one of these guys has got like a net and he's trying to attack this guy. But the net looks like a bit of like ripped off carpet. So he's like whacking this guy with this like carpet. That's what's going on here. I thought it was like a fight in like a furniture store or something. I was like, what's going on here? Some guys are shooting like, stop it. Yeah. Yeah, we see more of this Flammo guy. In the is it Kwame? He's training with this Vigo guy.
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh
trained
mate.
together.
Sorry, Sam from I Am Legend, mate. Remember when his dog dies in I Am Legend?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's to kill it and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Mufasa, Lion King. Do you know what I mean, mate? Oh.
Everything around the management.
Oh, Bambi's mum, yeah. Oh.
Bambi's mum taught you about emotion with animals, isn't it?
Bambi's mum, mate. John Wick's dog.
Yeah. The little dog, yeah.
Oh.
I forgot what I was saying now.
Yeah, sorry. Go on. Charlotte from Charlotte's Web, mate, when the spider dies. Like, I've literally just got a list of when pets die, like animals dying in movies.
You're cheating.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, so this Flammo guy, he's a beast, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a unit, mate.
And this poor bloke, I can't remember his name because it's no point remembering his name because what happens later. But
Waste of time, mate.
He's like, some guy's like, yeah, you're gonna fight Flammo guy. The guy's like, obviously he's like a warrior, but he knows, yeah, he's done, mate. He's done.
Yeah.
He knows it's the last day on earth kind of thing, and he's like, eating his food. He's like, yeah, we're done, mate. We're done.
Yeah, well, right. So Tenax, right? What's his name? Is it Tenax?
Tenax, yeah.
Yeah, Ladbrokes bloke. He's ended up basically with loads of random spies from one family, mate, just because he's got himself a good deal on buying one of them. We noticed that he's bought one gal, and he's got the mum and the other daughter like spying for him now. Like, you got to respect his hustle, really, haven't you?
It's like when you buy a takeaway and you get like someone else's order as well. You're like,
yeah. This is alright, this isn't it?
You don't say, obviously ring the place up and
I've ordered a pizza, but now I've got 2 pizzas and a kebab. What's that, mate? What's that?
And they're smashing it, and there's someone up to the door like, "Where's my?"
But yeah, like I've not got many notes because it took about 36 minutes in to get any sort of gladiator action. Like that was it. It was 36 minutes to get any. I'd marked the time of when we started getting gladiator action. It was 36 minutes of this episode I watched before anything started happening, and it was cool. But it lasted for about 40 seconds or something, and then it started getting chariot racing again.
Yeah. I like some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes though. Like obviously, like you said, that the main horse Ferox gets his like dodgy medicine, doesn't he? Next minute, it's like springing up, like ready for action.
I think he's done, doesn't he? Undertaker, isn't he? Just rises from dead like.
Yeah, the people from the blue faction, the married couple, I can't remember the names, but they
loser 1 and loser 2, innit, mate?
So instead of like, they poison the horses, and now they want to kill off Scorpus. And they try to succeed. Well, we don't know. They get some assassins, but we find out later. And these assassins, like the skinniest guys in all of Rome. Like it's like what? It's like yeah. Anyway, they get these, and then
it's the gimpiest little slaves, aren't they, mate, or something?
Yeah, it's like a random guy on the street, like you kind of thing. But yeah, they pull off this like Tenax pulls off this little staged assassination.
False assassination, yeah. I like Tenax, to be fair. You know, he's a clever bloke, isn't he? I do like him.
Ramsay Bolton.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy.
Well, I love the bit where, like, towards the end, like the race, Scorpus obviously is alive, and they've got this new faction. It's like the yellow faction or something, isn't it?
Yeah, yellow or gold or so. I don't know which one.
Well, I love the white faction because
definitely yellow.
Because the blue factions took their rider because Scorpus is dead. Well, there was that. And then also when Scorpus is riding the yellow chariots, the white guy's like, "That's my chariot.
That's my chariot. He's got my chariot."
The guy's lost the best rider and he's lost his chariot. So
he's fuming, isn't he? But this was the best episode so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, this was the episode. This is the episode where me and Ian were like, if this is not
Yeah.
that good.
If this is equally as
yeah.
crap as the other ones, like Acolyte, episode 3 was the worst episode. Whereas
like,
this one, episode 3, is the best episode. It's still not. I'm not saying it's like an 8 out of 10 plus sort of show. It's still probably 6.5, 7 out of 10 to be fair. This episode, but it's piqued my interest to continue watching. So that's what matters the most, really, isn't it? Let's be fair.
We have this bit as well in the episode where Amazon can't pay Anthony Hopkins' wages anymore, can they?
No, mate.
I've
literally used all of their budget on Anthony Hopkins, and all they could afford was him for minor appearances in 3 episodes. He's been murked off, mate.
One of the final thing about this episode is when an emperor dies, they've got to be standing up.
Yeah.
Which I thought, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm
but
like, history.
How much have you failed if you accidentally die in your sleep? Do you know what I mean? What you got to do is sleep standing up, mate.
What if you die on the toilet?
Yeah.
Or dying on the toilet, like, stand me up, like crap coming in your
Depends how long he's been on toilet for, though, because if she's got dead legs, mate, he'll not be standing up, will he? What made me laugh, mate, is half of the crowd didn't even see that gladiator fight, because in the middle, they've got that massive, large middle section where the chariots go around, and like they can't even see past it. The gladiator fight was only on one side. So they missed half of it.
There's just body parts flying around, don't they?
Yeah.
So like I mentioned earlier, this guy who fights Flammo just literally destroys this guy in like 40 seconds.
Oh, easily.
Like Ian was saying.
Like, literally, mate. Like, what is he? Chops his arm off, his legs off.
Yeah. And then, what annoys me, though, about this episode, like, with this fight, he chops his arm, his legs off, and he just, like, gives, like, a little nick on the throat, chops his neck.
Yeah, just finish him, innit? Chop his head fully off, mate. What you doing? Scared of something?
Vigo and that Kwame have got the job of like getting rid of the body parts on the end.
Yeah,
that bit with Kwame like lifts his leg up, like looking at it. Oh man, yeah, it's like I say, it's a better episode than the other ones.
One thing as well, I thought, mate, is there's absolutely zero organisational skills when it comes to the betting process. People just chucking money at him. Who are you? Do you want to at least write your name down and how much you've bet? Because how am I supposed to know who you are and how much winnings you've got? Like, give us a chance to at least count what you're putting in. They're just launching money in a pot. Like, who's managing them payouts, mate? Who's administrating that? It's an absolute mess, mate. There needs someone down there now organising it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is like the origin of lad books, in it. So obviously, they iron out the mistakes and then later on.
Oh, they've learned from it, aren't they? Yeah, true.
Lad books, in it. So.
Yeah, they get like a tablet system in a 105 BC, don't they, mate? Where they're chiseling into the stone, mate. Whose bets are what?
Yeah, I think we'll probably carry on with this series.
Yeah, what made me laugh about this, right? I got another thing. You know, so the Yellow faction win, because obviously Scorpus is like the best bloke. You got them 3 geezers who were trying to leave, who'd sold the horses to him. One of them's been given like, look, mate, we need a second rider. You're in, and he's like buzzing because obviously it's what he's always wanted to do. Which respect that because they seem like nice guys. Them 3 do. They're good characters. I like them.
Yeah.
And everyone starts kicking off. There's only ever been 4 factions. Where's this 5th faction, mate? It's like the first ever hooligans. They just start fighting because there's a new faction, mate. It's just proper pathetic, isn't it? All these people are like waving blue flags, and it's like, wait, what's happening? No. Scorpus is yelling now, and they all get up out the seats, don't they? And start running over to the other side where the other factions are to try and start go there because obviously they don't care about the faction, they just care about the player almost. Like it's like I don't know, supporting like Barcelona because you like Messi, and then Messi moving to like Inter Miami, and then you're like, oh, I don't like Barcelona anymore. I like Inter Miami just because Messi's like moved, sort of thing. But yeah, it did make me laugh, mate. Like, it's just all proper scrapping, like smashing each other in and that.
I think most of them were angry because they lost the bet. They're like, flipping it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Smash them shops up.
100%, mate. 100%.
But I like now that this, obviously, with Anthony Hopkins, Emperor Flavius dead.
Oh, it's gonna.
His son, the soldier, will take over.
Yeah, he's been robbing money, robbing gold.
That Domitian's been doing that.
Yeah, Domitian's been robbing gold, putting bets on, and then the other geezer, like you say, he's in charge, but he's onto him, mate. He don't trust him at all, does he? He proper don't trust him. But I reckon he's going to get assassinated in his sleep or something. I do. Can't trust that Domitian. He's an absolute terror, mate. He is.
Yeah, he's like a sneaky bugger.
Yeah, proper cheeky bum, mate.
Cheeky bugger. Should we do the tier list?
Yeah, man. So
The fans want it. The fans want it.
as you know, we've been watching As of the Dragon. Dodgy ending, sick episodes, sick seasons, sick characters, sick lore. We're gonna do a tier list. Season 2 characters. Let me swap to the screen. Oh, it's already set up. I've done a good job this time. Well done, me. I actually can't even see that.
So in this tier list, we've got dragons as well. So we're going to have the characters, we're going to have dragons, and it's going to be sick.
Let's be real, right?
S to D.
I'm going to kick this off, Martin, on a very, very, very high point straight away. I think there needs to be... We've mentioned a lot about dogs dying, right? And like animals being killed. And this is a strong pup. Nothing can keep this pup down. He was committed even after his owner was hung and treated him like shit his entire life. He's still stuck there because he's the ultimate good boy. It's the doggo, mate. S rank doggo straight away. Best character. Best character in the entire show by far was Doggo. Right, where are we? Just making sure that's still on. We've come back, Martin. Don't worry, mate. You glitched, I know. If you glitch, I glitch. So I just stayed, just waiting, mate.
To...
S rank. Right, I'll let you kick off first character, mate.
Laris Strong.
Laris Strong, the Mong.
So for this guy, I thought he's a bit of a dodgy character, but he's a good character. Like what he does well. He's obviously the master of whisperers, or master of whispers, and I think he is a good character personally.
I'd agree.
I'd
agree with an A. It'd be a low A if I put him in A, personally, because let's be honest, he has done a bit this season. He's not been one of the main focuses, but obviously, he's trying, isn't he, mate? He wants to do what he can. He's got no legs, pretty much. He can barely walk, bless him. But yeah, I mean, he is. I do like him.
In the first season, we found he had a foot fetish, which was funny.
Yeah, very funny. He'd have been S tier for that, mate.
But in the season, he's kind of playing like it's kind of a hand rolls, kind of behind the scenes. Obviously, he's trying to get Aegon, trying to be friends with Aegon, because obviously he knows Aemon hates him.
Yeah, well, Aemon's a psychopath weirdo anyway, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Laris Strong's thinking about the future, so he's there to help Aegon recover the ballsack head.
Right, I need to know if you agree with me on this, but I'm going for the first D, mate. First bottom of the barrel. Cheese, mate. What do you say with cheese?
Yeah, well, he kicked the dog, so he's down.
Kick the dog, kill the baby. Psychopath, mate. Do you know what I mean?
He don't brush his teeth as well, so he's down in D, mate.
Gingivitis killed him. D for dentist, mate. Needs one.
I don't think there's any cure for that. I don't think there is any for Paul.
He's done for.
Let's go with Gawain Hightower.
Gawain. I've got Gawain on here. I just need to find him. Right, here he is. He's got windy hair and a bashed up face on this picture, I think.
I think this guy is probably a C.
I think he's a C. He's not kicked a dog or killed a baby, so he can't be in D. Like it's.
I did like the one line I did like from this guy was when Christian Cole wants to go out to Rook's Rest in the daytime. And obviously they've been travelling at night, doing stuff at night operations. And like Gawain Hightower's like, "Do you want to die?
Do you want to die?
What's wrong with you? That dragon's flying around. Do you want to die?" But apart from that, he's an average character. He's a good character, but
yeah, he's no special, is he? He's no special. Mate, I'll tell you what, right? Vhagar. I'm going for the first dragon. What we're saying about Vhagar, mate?
S tier, isn't it?
Gotta be. He's an absolute menace, mate, isn't he?
He's the
Absolute
biggest dragon.
menace. He's a
It's,
mean old mister, he is.
that in that Rook's Rest episode when you see him, where he's like hiding by the trees and his son just like starts flapping
Oh,
and
mate.
flying in. Oh, mate,
So sick.
big boy.
So
And
sick.
if you see
mate.
that old dude on that castle sees that, mate, I literally like instantly crap yourself, wouldn't you?
Oh, you'd brick it, mate. I'd be running straight down to the toilet, I would.
I'm gonna go for your mate next.
Go on.
You hammer.
You Hammer. Ugh. It's got to be A, Annie. You has.
Yeah.
I
He's not quite S, but he's A.
I think give him time, mate. I think come the end of next season when we do a tier list for season 3,
Yeah.
he'll be up there, mate. I like him. He's respectable. He obviously tried to do his best for his kid. R.I.P. He wants to do the best for his family. That's all he cares about is his family. And yeah, he's a nice guy. He respects the traditions. He's doing as he's told. And yeah, even when it was all kicking off with the dragon, he was trying to save people and protect people and help people out as opposed to just running away from them like some scumbags were, mate. Do you know what I mean?
And the part where obviously when he claims he's dragon, he's like, "Come on!"
Yeah, come on! Sick, mate.
Right in the dragon's face.
So sick.
Yeah.
Cool guy. He's got a good beard as well, to be fair. I do like him.
Yeah. He's in another show which I'll watch, which is, I think I mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Warrior, where he plays a good character and that plays a cop, but that's worth watching if you ever get a chance to watch it.
I'm going to go with Rhaenyra's, mate.
Rhaenyra's?
The one true queen.
I want to say S or A because of that one episode. Like, no, she's a sick character. Like, she's always been loyal. In season 1, she came in the dragon at the end, I think, remember. And she's got a really good dragon as well. And she's a good fighter.
Yeah, she's sick. I think towards the end of this season, she's certainly got better as a character because she became more cutthroat in terms of her commands and she weren't letting people tell her what to do.
Are you talking about Rhaenyra or Rhaenyra?
Yeah, Rhaenyra's. The one true queen, mate. Queen Rhaenyra's.
Rhaenyra's is the one. Rook's Rest one. Did that, actually. Rhaenyra's Rhaenyra's the queen, the one true queen, isn't it? And then Rhaenyra's... Oh, Rhaenyra. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I wouldn't have an S, I'd probably have like A or something, maybe. A or B. But yeah, she at the end she saw the light and she kind of saw the light and obviously commanded the new dragon riders to kind of go and get in position, get ready for this battle because it's the only way kind of thing. So
got a big Damo to bend the knee as well after he's been a bit naughty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sorted him out. What did you say then? A or B or?
But for Rhaenyra,
yeah,
I think she's S or A, mate. I do.
Yeah,
I like her. I do. She's sick now. I'll go A. I'll go high A. Putting up top A, mate.
Right, let's have Rhaenyra then.
Rhaenyra is.
Right. For me, I'd say A.
A as well, mate. I agree on that.
She's sick.
That's where she sacrificed herself, mate, in that battle.
Yeah.
Do you know what, mate? Just for that, she's S tier, mate. I don't care.
That scene was so good.
So good, mate. So good.
I came into work with you and I was like, mate, have you watched it? Because I literally stayed up that night and watched it. I was like, this is sick, man.
So
I was the
good,
next day, but yeah.
So good, mate. Do you know what? Let's go to older. Is it Collis Valerian?
Yeah, it's sea snake, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he's the crappiest dad ever.
He's a shit dad, mate. He's a B tier if there's ever been one, mate, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought he was better in season 1 than he was in season 2.
Like he's not even a very good hand, really, is he? He didn't really do much, does he? To be fair.
Yeah, I think when he became into the council as the hand, though, he kind of calmed things down with the people who were like back chatting to Rhaenyra. But yeah, I think in season 3, because he's got this armada that he's taken to fight the Triarchy, I think
he's going to step up, mate. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. He's not no A, no S.
Nah.
What about Eamon?
Eamon.
Bulgarian.
The thing is, I hate him. I hate him so much. But he's such a good character, isn't he?
It's definitely S or A.
He's definitely S tier, mate. I hate him so much. But he's such a good character.
I think it looks cooler with the eye patch as well.
Yeah, I think he's a very well written character. He's a proper villain, mate. He's such a villain. He doesn't want what's best for anyone. He's so selfish. Like he's a bit almost. He's not as well written as him, but he's like a Homelander-ish type character where he's a leader, but he shouldn't be, basically.
And obviously, I like his character as well because, like, when he was younger, he got bullied, and then he got the biggest dragon in the world. And he's like, right, that's my turn now.
Come on, man. Who's bullying me now?
Yeah. I'm gonna take my vengeance on all these people.
He's definitely S tier, mate. Do you want to know someone else who I think could be an S tier / high A tier? Who do you think I'm going to say here?
It's Damon, isn't it?
Damon, mate, 100%. Fucking what a guy, mate.
Even though it spent half the freaking season like
off his head, mate. He's such a good character, isn't he?
Yeah, I love him. Yeah,
so
his armor as well.
He's so good. Like Rhaenyra, I must admit though, her dragon is the most loyal dragon out of all of them. Like every scene where she's moving forward and the dragon's just taking steps, mate. Honestly, every single time I was like,
yeah, no one's messing. No one's messing.
Nah, no, mate, no one.
What about the Denethor?
Oh, let me find him. Where are you, you little fucker?
It's definitely not little.
Yeah, I know. I think it's this one. I can't see the writing properly. The problem is they're just dark faces in like.
Yeah, he's got like a dark face with his teeth hanging out.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not being funny, Rob. It's S tier, isn't it? Let's be real.
Yeah. I just love that scene where obviously Hugh Hammer's going to claim it, but like literally all the people who go, half of them are like dead straight away.
Yeah.
Half of them get burned to pieces.
I like it how he's cooking them and then eating them.
Yeah, barbecue.
It's like, I'm not a peasant. I'm not eating raw meat, mate. I'm going to cook it first.
What makes you laugh about that? Like, obviously, before we got Silverwing, one of them people could have been Silverwing's person.
Yeah.
Then just blown them to pieces, just like destroyed them all, destroyed the opportunity.
Oh.
Yeah. Who are we having next?
Sir Stefan, mate. Oh, what a gimp.
The thing is, like about Stefan, so he's got similar blood to Targaryen. Well, he's in the same bloodline as Targaryen, a weaker blood. But
yeah,
I just like the bit where it's like his dad gets killed, doesn't he? His dad gets killed by Christian Cole.
Yeah,
and then he's like, and then Rhaenyra's like, do you want to try for a dragon rider? And he's like, yeah. I like the sound of that, obviously, because he can get his revenge
I think I will.
He's like, that sounds like a good idea. Dead.
He ain't got the stones though, mate. That's the problem. He's too nervous, wasn't he? He didn't have the confidence.
But yeah, he was. I don't know where could we put him? B.
Mate,
C?
if he's a B, he's a low B. If he's a B, I think he's a C, mate.
Yeah.
His picture's not flattering either.
He tried, but he's dead now. So
yeah,
brown bread,
mate. Burnt toast, mate.
Brown bread, dead.
Speaking of, mate, let's go for him. Christian Cole.
See, this character, obviously,
I hate
him. The audience are there to hate him because he's an horrible character, but I think he's a good character as well.
Like, I hate him.
His part well,
but he's an A tier, 100%.
He plays his part so well, and
yeah,
before the Game of Thrones characters, through all the seasons and stuff, there is these characters that you hate, but there's such good characters like Joffrey, Ramsay Bolton, all people like that.
Just played so well. Like you've got to just respect it, haven't you? That's the thing.
Yeah. When you hate him, they played the role well.
Yeah. The actor's done a very good job. Speaking of hating, go on, I'll let you pick the next one, mate.
What about Simon Strong?
Simon Strong just fucking. Do you know what? I respect
He's a
Simon
legend,
Strong,
mate.
mate.
He's a legend.
He's an 80 in my eyes. But he was sending ravens and stuff over, mate, to try and tell her, look, Damon's gone a bit mad, mate. You might want to come and sort him out, like. Do you know what? He's a good guy. He's a very good guy. Very accommodating to his guests. Never loses his temper. Very patient. He's just a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I like it. I think my favourite bit of this guy is when the little dude comes in. What's his name now? Yeah, the Riverlands there.
Yeah.
And then he goes, Damon, you've got to kind of sort your wrongs out. And then that so Strong guy's like, Sam Strong's like, oh dear. It's just so funny. And then Damon has to like chop the guy's head off. It's just like, oh dear.
Oh dear.
What have you got yourself into here? But
Oh.
yeah, I'd say A.
Yeah, he's a legend, mate. Oh dear. He's a legend for oh dear alone, isn't he?
I just like the bit where he gets to Aaron Hall as well, Damon, and then like that Simon Strong guy sitting there while he's like old dudes like eating like meat and stuff, and like it's like, this is my castle, not? Yes, I guess it is. Yeah, it is a good character. Like,
what about Alison?
This season,
It's a bit meh, isn't she? Really?
Yeah.
She's tried to do
down,
this,
really.
but yeah, I don't really understand her. She just chats shit half the time.
The series is gone now, and obviously the Sons took over, and she hasn't really got a voice anymore, has she? Really?
I think she's a B, to be fair, mate.
Yeah.
She's not as bad as a C, I don't think, but
yeah,
she's just a little bit. She's had a lot of screen time, but it's just been nothingness in it mainly.
Yeah, just moaning and stuff like that, and
just boring,
shagging Christian Cole, isn't it, basically?
Just doing Christian Cole.
What about Adam of Hull?
Top guy, mate.
I liked. You didn't really see him much at the start of the season.
No. Towards the end, it's again.
When he gets his dragon, he's a legend. Really.
The dragon literally found him. He didn't even go for a dragon. Literally, the dragon found him. As it's sea smoke, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dragon. That scene where the dragon's flying over and he thinks it's after him and he's like just bombing and bombing and bombing. And then obviously the following scene, the episode after, where obviously Rhaenyra comes over to him on her dragon and they're talking on the beach and stuff like that. And obviously he goes in and he starts taking on their traditions, and he's very respectful like you, and he's got to be A, mate. He's got to be on par with you in terms of character, because he's a very, like I say, he's a good guy. Like, he's got a good heart. He wants to do good, and obviously you've just got to respect it, mate, haven't you?
And yeah, and he's come from like a lower.
Oh yeah, he's a bastard child from Corliss, the shit dad, and he's the one that's liked probably the least out of the two brothers as well. So like, he's basically not that. I mean, they're both, him and Alan have both been like on their own most of life with just their mum and all that sort of stuff. But he's definitely got a favourite in Adam, is it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, and what I like about Adam as well, obviously, like, he's come from a low upbringing, but then he's got this like upper privilege, like this privileged role now.
Yeah,
and he like kind of respects it, and he's took it on. He's like, yeah, I've got this. Let's not waste this now. I've got this honor to fight on a dragon. Let's use this. Let's help people out, and let's obviously serve the right queen. So yeah, definitely
da queen,
man.
Let's do sea smoke then, mate.
We're killing off Sir Stefan. I think he gets a high rank, to be honest.
S tier, mate, any. Should we just rank all the dragons?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it now, mate. Who we got left? Sunfire. Oh,
see,
mate.
With Sunfire, I don't think
Sunfire's not an S tier, mate. I don't think. We've not had enough.
Because he basically comes in and gets battered, doesn't he?
Yeah, not had enough.
Well,
but it's a dragon, though, isn't it?
We'll put him in A.
Gotta be an A.
To
be fair, I don't care. If you're a dragon, being A tier as a dragon's low, mate, in my opinion. Because you're a fucking dragon, mate. Do you know what I mean?
So there is a S. Melee's me.
Mate.
Ooh. Melee's.
Badass. Shahish.
You know, if that Sunfire wasn't in that battle, I think Melee's would have took Veigar.
Oh, easy, mate.
It's faster.
Easy.
Faster, more experienced in battle. Milk them off, mate.
I actually think it was my favourite dragon, mate.
Yeah.
To be fair. Sick, mate. I think Sea Smoke might be my new favourite, but
you got to respect Veigar, don't you?
Yeah, but the problem is with Veigar is that he's big, mate, but he's not like the others look cooler. Do you know what I mean? Veigar just look like a big fucking little-headed, meaty fucking fat boy, doesn't he?
Like Brock Lesnar, mate. Like Brock Lesnar when he came to WWE, mate.
Brock Lesnar, mate, when he stopped taking steroids and he got fat.
No, when Brock Lesnar first came to WWE, he's like doing F5s on everyone, he's like destroying everyone.
It made me laugh because he just used to run at everyone full speed, didn't he, basically?
Yeah, Melee's though. Sick dragon.
Oh, yeah. Beast. Absolute beast of a dragon, mate.
But I think next season, obviously, with Damon fighting with the Riverlands and stuff, I think Caraxes, his dragon, will have more.
Yeah,
action.
we've not included Caraxes purely because it's not really done anything.
Yeah.
Like, at all. It's just been there, hasn't it?
I like when he saw the other dragons, he's like cheering, like, yo, how's it going, bros?
Yeah, the flying past, like, oh, mate, I've been dead bored here on my own island.
Yeah. He's been chilling here, eating sheep or whatever. Or pigs.
Ooh, I'm a nigga, so good. What we're saying then?
What about your favourite new dragon rider?
Ugh, don't say his name, mate. Sick. Oof, mate.
The white.
The thing is, right, I hate him. And it's not even like the type of hate for like Aemond or Christian Cole. I just don't like him, mate. He's just disrespectful. I think he's going to be a problem. He's just a drunk man, isn't he? Now he's just drunk on power, and I'll let you rank him, mate.
What I like about him, like when there's like, oh, when you go to Dragonstone, see if we can get a dragon, and it's like, he's a bit scared when he's a bit nervous, like apprehensive. It's like, I'm not very bothered. And now he's got a dragon. It's like, from like Flea Bottom, innit? Whatever. So it's from like a poor part of the town, and then it gets to like elevated position. It's like, and you just don't know how to act around.
He's just off his head, isn't he, mate? He's an absolute menace around that castle.
I don't know, A or B.
See, I'd go B personally, but I'll let you rank this guy.
I should go B for Bozo.
Because my opinion's a bit different.
No, put him in B.
B for Bonehead, isn't it, mate?
I think next season, though, with all the Dragon Riders, they're just going to be so good. Like,
yeah.
The different way the story's going to go and stuff.
We're going to have to see what happens, like where their roles are going to end up changing or where they're going to line up. Because I just don't know if Ulf will stay on this side. I think it'll be a matter of if the other side starts winning, he'll just join them. I don't think he's got any loyalties. Because let's be honest, that dragon, he stumbled across the dragon, technically.
Yeah.
They weren't even trying to give that dragon to anyone at the time.
And that's another reason why we haven't put Silverwing in this tier list, because he didn't really do anything. He just flies off with
Not yet.
Ulf. And the thing is with Ulf as well, like, if Rhaenyra goes, stop burning King's Landing, I don't think he's going to do that, because all his mates are there, aren't they? It's his favourite brothels there, isn't it? So he's not
yeah. He's going to tie it up, mate, and he's going to get the dragon to lift the brothel away, mate. Bring the brothel with him.
All these people hanging at the bottom. What we're saying about Ballbag?
Oh, Ballbag. He's shit, mate, honestly. He's a crap character. I really don't like him. Just think he's crap.
Should put him in D or C?
I think he's not worthy of D. He's definitely got Ballbag head C tier, isn't he?
C for crispy.
Yeah, C for chode, mate.
Who we got left now?
We've got Alan, of all.
I like Alan. I think he's a good character.
I don't think... I'll put him in... I don't like him as much as Adam.
Oh, no.
So I think he's a B tier. But, to be fair, I do respect him because he proper literally like lays into Corliss, doesn't he, on that episode. And, He's
It's a good workman.
definitely tells him what's what. He don't want it though, does he? He's definitely the favourite child out of the two for him. He's been promoted and promoted and promoted, and he just don't want any of it. To be fair, does he? But when he's like, the only reason you care about us now is because your own children have died. I was like, mate, that's got to cut deep, but it's so warranted. Like, it really is warranted. Like, you can understand his frustrating and stuff. Do you know what? He's 80 here, isn't he? He's 80, mate. A for Alan and A for Adam, innit, mate? Let's be honest. I forgot about that scene when it's come back to me. I was like, do you know what? Actually, he's sick, mate. So much
like,
respect for him.
Yeah, he's got, even though obviously his dad's like never been there, he's still like loyal into his job, his position, and all that. So yeah, I think he's a good guy. I think next season again with the big war on the water, I think he'll shine then again. So yeah, he's respectable. What about Alice Rivers?
Alice Rivers, mate, I like her.
Yeah.
I think she's still up to some I do personally, though. I think she's an A for Alice, obviously. But yeah, I still don't know if she's partially responsible for all of Damon's hallucinations or dreams or whatever's happening to him, but she knows something, and most of her scenes that she has as well were quite sort of like compelling, and you sort of like, oh, what's happening here? Like, what's she talking about? Sort of, because she always leads them on a bit of a journey, doesn't she? I do think she's A, mate.
Yeah, I do like with Alice. Like, obviously, she's led Damon to get back on the right path. Like for all these things and stuff like that. But I do like that bit where she goes off to. Oh, where is it? She goes off to that place and like basically kills the dad in it.
Yeah. Mercs him off, doesn't he? Just so that young kiddo can be in charge.
Yeah, suddenly she like goes for the medicine to help him. Next minute he's dead. There's like a bit suspicious.
Yeah, a bit sus that. Bit sus.
And Damon knew it as well, didn't
he? Yeah, speaking of people that are dead but actually aren't dead, he's Otto Hightower, mate. What we're saying.
So we're using it like, is it like 3 episodes, 2 episodes of the season?
Yeah, 2-3 episodes at the start of the season.
I did like his part where it was like proper like give it to Aegon kind of thing, and like saying, you know, you'd be nothing without me, and literally he fell apart after that, didn't he? So I don't know. B?
I think B. I'd put him in B. I think he's a little bit. I don't really like him, but he's more sensible. Yeah, like as his job as a hand and stuff like that, he sort of knew what he was doing. He was very sensible, and we just didn't see much of him. Obviously, we saw a bit more of him at the end, i.e., just in prison or locked up or wherever he is. We don't know yet, but
I'm about to say
we're gonna. Go on.
Will it affect your decision?
Go on.
Come on, that bit where it's like,
oh, you know about the baby.
Yeah, the baby's dead. That could work into our advantage.
You know what? He's C, mate. He's not right then. Mate, that's your grandkid. It's not even like a random kiddo. It's literally your blood, mate.
Is it a great-grand?
Oh, yeah, it's great-grandkid. Yeah. It's still, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like...
It's mad, isn't it?
Still could work into our advantage. What are you on with, mate? A baby's just been beheaded, mate. It's your relative. You're mad.
End of that first episode, though. Flipping it.
Mate, what a way to kick off a season, mate. Mental.
I think the episode of Rook's Rest was the best episode, though. But that first episode, mate, that proper, I was like, what the hell's going on here? This is madness.
What are your thoughts on go on.
Jace.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say, isn't it?
I like him.
Right, I've got a bit to say, right. Season 1, just a little kiddo, ain't he, basically, do you know what I mean? I saw you freeze, mate, so I'll stop talking. Season 1, mate. Not much. Obviously, he's a proper little kiddo and that. Obviously, this season, he's taking a little bit more charge, and he's fuming about, obviously, what's happening with, obviously, all the non-pure blood dragon riders, and it's very giving off very much a Malfoy sort of vibes, like Mudblood Harry Potter vibes, do you know what I mean? But towards the end of this season, he's starting to become and look more like a leader. Like he's got more of an opinion. He's obviously getting involved more. But I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if he's even going to support his mum anymore, because I just think he's getting a bit pissed off now, isn't he? He wants to be involved, and she just won't let him in a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
And I
He
don't
wants
know.
to get on this dragon, doesn't he? He wants to get on this dragon.
I think he's a bit of a dark horse. I do.
Yeah, I mean, I do like his character. I like his look as well.
Yeah, he literally holds the most drip out of every character.
Yeah.
He's so like his outfits are sick. I think I mentioned it every single week. Basically, like they should just normalise the way he dresses, mate. I'd go to work like that every day, pal. Every day.
I'm gonna say this now. Like his brother, though, Luke guy, terrible. Like he was a drip.
Yeah,
But
literally.
this Chase guy was. I like his character. I like where he's heading. I like where he's heading.
I think he's a good A tier, mate. Personally.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
We've got one left, mate.
What we're saying about the White Worm then?
Oh, she's so good, to be fair, mate. I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of something bad to say, wasn't I? But I couldn't think about it.
The way she helped Rhaenyra out.
She's just in the shadows, isn't she,
not
mate?
by kissing her, but like
she just knows, mate.
Led all the riots in the city, and that a lot.
Yeah,
so good.
Sending all the food over and all that sort of stuff. I think she might be S rank,
Yeah, she's like behind the scenes.
Yeah, she plays such
shadows, mate.
Yeah, S for shadows, mate. She plays such a big role. S for such a big role, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I do like these characters who are like in the shadows, behind the scenes, kind of working their own plan. A bit like Lord Larys Strong.
Yeah.
He's a similar kind of character, but obviously on the other end of the
just
scale.
not onto her level, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, he plans to be there like one day. But
she's been on both sides though, hasn't she? That's the thing. She obviously knows Daemon, and she knows obviously what's going off at King's Landing, and even when she saw what's his face, Eric or whatever his name was, can't remember his name now, going into the castle, and she came through and obviously warned everyone. Like, yeah, she's a clutch character. She is, mate.
Yeah, like I do like a character. I know she's got like her own agenda, I think, which will come to light soon. But yeah, definitely up there. S I think would be good.
Only got one D, man. That's cheese. We should have added that other bloke who's the dog owner, mate.
Which one?
The other bloke who goes around with cheese, who owns the dog. Who gets what's his name? Who's the other guy? The rat catcher.
That is cheese.
No, there's another. It was the other bloke with him though.
Oh, that was the guard, wasn't it? That was on the guard.
There was like two of them, weren't they, knocking about? Should have had them both, mate. Bat a pair of them, mate. That one. It was like, I'll lead the way. I know this. I know these tunnels like the back of my own cock. Do you remember him?
I mean, he needs a higher rank for that.
He'd been C just flat line. C for cock, innit, mate? That's where I'd have put him. But yeah, I can't remember who he was, mate. But he was sick, wasn't
he? Do you want to go on to a bit of news? Have you got any news or?
I got no note, mate. Nothing.
I've got a few. I've got a bit. Well, I've got like 2 parts, but
yeah,
it won't last very long. So this week, RIP to Rachel Lillis, the voice of Pokemon's Misty and Jessie. Obviously, us growing up, watched Pokemon.
Yeah, massive.
Them voices, mate, just in our childhood. But also, she's worked on character in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Berserk the Golden Arc, Fate Stay Night, and Hunter x Hunter, which I've not watched. Hunter x Hunter, or Yu-Gi-Oh! So
Hunter x Hunter. I need to finish watching that. It is very good, mate. Yeah, it's very good.
I've heard good things. I think I might have it on my list on Crunchyroll. I did put it on my list.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
In other news as well, Daredevil new series Born Again.
Oh, we've got some first looks at that. We've got a lot of stuff at the D23, didn't we?
So it's 1st of March next year. The Punisher and the Kingpin are back in their roles, and I love Punisher, played by John Bernthal.
John Bernthal, mate. What an actor. What an actor, mate! He's so sick. He's got his own. He's got his own podcast actually. John Bethnal has. I've not listened to many of them, but he does a few. He's done one with what's the guy who plays Daryl from Walking Dead? Is it Daryl? Daryl Dixon. Norman Reedus. Mate, he does one with Norman Reedus. Such a good listen that is. If you've got time, obviously listen to this first though.
Yeah, that's second on the list.
Yeah, that's second, mate. But yeah, that's good. He does one with Shia LaBeouf as well, which is honestly like it's so good, mate. But yeah, it's such a he's been through a lot in life, that bloke has, mate, and he's done a lot to better himself as a human being, and yeah, he's just such a good actor, and his adaptation of Punisher is by far the best Punisher ever made. There's some alright movies from back in the day, but John Bethnal's Punisher is number one by far. The emotion, mate.
He was my favourite character in Walking Dead as well.
Big Shane.
And my favourite episode of Walking Dead altogether is when the episode starts with Shane's like shaving his hair off. You're like, what's going on here? And you find out through the episode, he went to this like place with a fat guy, and the zombies chasing him. Shot the guy in the foot, and the fat guy like grabbed his hair, so ripped a bit out. So he was like, I've got to shave his off, cover it up. I just thought that's such a good episode. It made me laugh so much. But yeah, it was like a baddie one, so I like that.
There is a bit of news actually for you Marvel fans out there. Venom, The Last Dance. Obviously, it's going to be the third installment, the final installment from Sony. It's not a flawless project. It's not it's probably not even in the top 10 of Sony movies, to be fair, but Marvel movies. But in recent times, it's certainly a beacon of light for the Sony universe, because obviously we know they've done some stinkers, mate, in the Marvel world. Obviously, the third adaptation of that's coming out probably next year, I think, maybe. But it's due. It's currently in its reshoot stage, and there's been some set photos that have led to a bit of a theory that they might have a Spider-Man appearance. And it's probably clutching at straws a little bit, but it's because the reshoots are in New York City. So, obviously that's where Spider-Man lives. So, yeah, there could be some Spider-Man links. It might not be an appearance from a Spider-Man, but there might be some Spider-Man links in that, which hopefully will make it a little bit better and bring it through to the MCU style, and obviously bring that universe over. Because let's be honest, Sony just need to fully sell the rights back to Disney now, and just let Feige get on with it. Because although Feige's made some terrible movies, obviously it's not his fault thoroughly, like completely, but a lot of the Marvel projects, MCU projects recently have been absolute dogs' dinners, mate. But if you had two lots of movies and you had Sony Marvel and Disney Marvel, and they're the only movies ever made, you'd be picking the worst MCU Marvel over any Sony Marvel pretty much any time. Like new ones anyway, obviously not counting the old Spider-Man movies and stuff like that, because they were phenomenal. But yeah, we've had there's been another thing for Kraven the Hunter as well. I think there's been a new trailer, and you can see some of the Rhino in it.
Oh yeah.
Which looks like a bit odd, to be fair, but we'll see what it looks like. It looks pretty sick, to be honest. It's a Rhino, whereas it's not a person wearing a suit or in a mechanism. He's literally like actually like a Rhino, a bit like Lizard was in the Amazing Spider-Man. He's a full-on Rhino, basically.
You know, when I hear the word Rhino, I always think of that bit out of Ace Ventura 2. Where's in the Rhino?
Where's in its butt, mate?
That's fucking old, isn't it?
It's so good, mate. That is, isn't it?
We've got that new animation of Watchmen as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Chapter 1. That's got some good ratings.
Well, it's going to be good,
chapter 2 as well, so I might watch that, give that a watch, and then probably discuss that at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be good, mate. The Watchmen films they're so good. So
Rorschach, mate. He's back.
Yeah, honestly, they're so sick. I think there's been a bit of a delay on some manga as well, because I think Japan have had like a week shutdown or something's happened in the last week or something, whereas no manga or anything's been published. So I think manga's like been delayed a week or something as well. But yeah.
I know they're getting ready for an earthquake, aren't they? Big
Ah, they love them, don't they?
earthquake.
You
Yeah,
think
probably like-
you think a country like Japan with all their intelligence and all their technology, they'll just move their country to a different part of the world, let's be honest.
I'll stick it. Japan is sick.
I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but MHA's finished. Officially finished now. The manga has ended.
Oh,
It's concluded. 400 and something chapters. Done.
is it season 7? Is it finished on? That's right, isn't it?
Well, the anime is probably going to go for another 4 years or so now, I think. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's just the manga's finished, so the story's concluded. So now the anime's just got to catch up with it. But yeah, loving it, mate. Loving it.
I'm on season 5. You're still on season 5 as well with that one?
I watched 3 episodes last night. That's season 5, yeah.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law came round. He's paid for me and my son to go to WWE in London in November. So we're going wrestling. But when he came round, he was talking about it. He's just finished watching season 6. And I was like, do you know what? It's been a couple of weeks since I picked any up, and I started watching it. I ended up watching 3 episodes last night. But yeah.
Todoroki in that is so sick. I love that guy.
Oh, decent bloke, isn't he?
Todoroki, mate. That's it then. We've reached the end.
That's it. Oh, actually, no. Personal news. I went to my mum and dad's attic. Found loads of Game Boy games. Proper like Pokemon Blue. Found loads of Mega Drive games. Mega Drive. Found 2 PlayStation 1s. I found a Nintendo 64 boxed. I found 2 Ataris. Commodore 64. So, like, biggest nostalgia trip ever. There's about 20 Mega Drive games. So my current mission is figuring out how to get the Mega Drive set up on a normal new TV, so I can just try all the games and start playing on the Mega Drive for a bit.
like a gamer's treasure trove. You just open the chest. And you're like, whoa! I've got all this stuff flying.
Honestly, it's so good. And then I found the Game Boy Color, and I found out that all the games work as well. Got like Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Super Mario Land, stuff like that. So yeah, proper nostalgia trip for me this week.
Classics, mate. Classics.
Yeah, proper classics.
But yeah, we're gonna say it again. Join the Discord.
Get in
Follow
there,
us
dog.
on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. It's all
Follow
kicking off.
us
We've got
on the street
shorts
outside our
kicking off.
house.
We've got
Just
shorts kicking off. We've got movies coming.
Just be assured I got Ring doorbell so I can see you, mate.
We've got gaming. We're gonna do some Let's Play. We're gonna do some. There's an Elden Ring on it. Elden Ring. We're gonna do. We're gonna do Kingdom Hearts. We're gonna do loads of other stuff. But stay tuned.
Do you know what? Isn't that they redone like Age of Mythology or something?
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Mate,
When I saw that at the gaming announcement, I was like, "What?" I nearly fainted. Man. I nearly fell off this chair. I'm on there.
I'm not even joking, mate. When is that out?
Soon, you know.
Is
I
it
think
going
it's coming out Game Pass.
straight to get? Oh, Age of Mythology Retold is available to pre-order now, September the 4th. Mate, that's when the kids go back to school. Launching
So
on
you played
PC and Xbox.
Yeah. So you've played that game, haven't you?
Yeah, Age of
Remember-
Mythology was so sick, mate.
In that game, yeah, like you have the characters fight. It's a bit like Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Like, the hero comes along, and just smashes like loads of them. They go flying. I used to love that.
I'll be on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely on that. It'll bring back so much nostalgia as well.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so good, mate. So good. I never had it. I used to play it around my mate's house. I used to literally go around my mate's house, call for him. Are you playing? Yeah. And I just like, can I go on your computer? And I just play on his PC to play like Age of Mythology. I had Age of Empires, but I didn't have Mythology, mate. So yeah, it's going to be.
Age of Mythology is good because I love like Greek mythology as well.
Yeah, it's going to be so good, mate. I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, as Martin said, Discord, check. YouTube, check. Instagram, check. TikTok, check. That's it, I think. But yeah.
Discord, check.
Discord again, check, mate.
But yeah, we're going to keep watching animes. We've got a few other shows we're going to start looking at.
Yeah,
And these animes as well. We've
we've got loads of stuff. We'll start recapping a little bit as well because I've been watching a few other things. So
yeah.
I'll do a bit of a recap of Cyberpunk Edge Runners I'm about 3 episodes from finishing that. I think I'm about 7 episodes in.
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good.
I'll tell you what is good as well. Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie, Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
0, mate.
So I've got season 2 next. But then after that, I'm going to do a comparison video from my pictures from Japan with stuff from the show and do like a little short so everyone can have a look. Put some cool music in there.
Yeah, man.
On it.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for supporting. And
have a good day.
Get in the Discord.
Bye.
Love you, bye.